What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another brand new video. I'm sorry I've been missing in action for quite a while with no Subaru videos, but the truth is I just haven't really done anything to it. But today I do have something very exciting to show you guys. So this will be my future content and my future project car, as you can see behind me. And as you can see by the title, I bought myself a Skyline R33. So yeah, I'll show you through it now. Alright, so here she is, the new project. So this is a 1995 Nissan Skyline R33 GTS T or GTS 25T, as you can see there. This being a 1995 is classified as a Series 1.5, which basically means it has a Series 2 wing. The Series 1 wing is sort of just very oval shaped. Series 2 is more angular, and also comes with an airbag. So the Series 1 did not have an airbag. Still has the Series 1 front, so which I prefer anyway. The Series 2 has more of a angled front bonnet there, so different bonnet, different headlights, different front bar, and different grille. That's what's different on the Series 2s, which is 96, 97, and 98. So this one's, as I said before, a 1995. Now the previous owner of this actually has had this car for 15 years. He didn't import it. He was the second owner in Australia. This got imported in 2002 to Australia. He bought it in 2006. And I've known this guy for quite a while, and in the last 5 or so years he just hasn't driven it as much as what he would like to have. I think he's only done like 5,000 or 6,000 kilometers in the last 5 or 6 years. I don't think it's been serviced in about 5 years. The paint is all original up here, all faded. Clear coat's gone, so I'm not too sure if anything can be done by that. Let us know in the comments if you think anything can be done about that. The tint is also completely faded. You can see he had a sticker here of this is actually the Import Monster logo, like little alien dude, and it's actually faded onto the tint, so I might have to get the tint pulled out and redone. All the clear coat, this is all just super weird and flaky, all very matte finish on the top. The clear coat. So the front has actually been resprayed, I believe, a few years ago, maybe 6 or 7 years ago. The front end got done, probably just for stone chips and stuff like that. But the beauty of this car is it is completely stock standard. So even has the, I don't know if you can see in there, the side mount intercooler, stock side mount intercooler, the rear stock wheels, and the rear guards haven't actually been rolled at all. So people always roll these rear guards and then you end up getting a whole shitload of rust through there. The only mod it does have is, which it came from Japan, is this exhaust, which is a bit crusty, but we'll try and get it going good. And, you know, has plenty of cobwebs, custom cobwebs all underneath it. But generally the body is pretty straight. I'll show you the interior. So this is the Series 1.5 steering wheel. Series 2 has a different steering wheel, and Series 1 also has a different steering wheel. This is the first model that came out with an airbag. It's all fairly original in here. Pretty small car, but there is back seats. Everything works pretty well. All the power windows still work. Power mirrors still work. Just, yeah, as you can see, it's covered in a whole heap of dust. Needs a respray. I'm not too sure whether I should respray this in the silver that it came in, or maybe I do like Millennium Jade as well. So I might go that colour, but I probably will keep it just silver to try and keep it original. And then of course all the power mods will come later on, and all the wheels and tyres and suspension and brakes and External wastegates and big turbos. So you can see here, someone's had a go at plastic dipping the Japanese sun thing. What's it called? Rising sun? Whatever it's called. On the side there. All faded, you know, faded parts that need to be replenished. Stickers need to come off. Yeah, so let's do the first clean of this. Actually, I'll show you the boot before I do that. I'll show you in the boot. So this is kind of cool for the Skylines. Some of you guys might not know, these slide. It shows your keyhole. So being an R33, the battery is actually in there. So battery's hidden behind there. Spare tire. This has a full boot interior as well, which is rare. Common rust areas are underneath here, which I'll clean out and have a look, but it looks pretty good. And all in here. Some of the window seals here are a bit sketchy, but we'll get onto that. Alright, let's give it its first wash. She came out pretty good after the first wash. I had to be quick because it is getting dark out here, but yeah, she's looking pretty good. All the lights work. I'll just check the front lights. Front light works, Parker works. Same on this side. But yeah, next up I'll get rid of these stickers, give it a bit of a wipe down, and we'll see what we're dealing with. So I also got some spares, like spare wheels. I think these are actually work wheels that have been plastic dipped black, so I'll try and get these refurbished. Spare wheels, Series 2 seats, which I might put in, but I'll probably end up going with some Recaros or something like that. So there's Series 2 seats. We've got a spare wing here, and a whole heap of parts, spare parts in here. So I'll go through that as well. All right, now we can see what she's really like. So you can see the roof has lost all its clear coat, has that rough sound to it and rough feel. So I don't know if this can be rescued by like a detailer or some kind of special cleaning dude, but I'm thinking it probably needs a whole respray. And you can see there's like still some remnants here of sticky residue of like a star, because this did have the Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift sort of stickers on it, which had stars and purple stuff, which was kind of cool at some point in its life. But then obviously this front end looks pretty good from this angle. You can see it looks pretty good. This has been resprayed. But overall, yeah, it's in pretty good nick. It's really just the paint. You know, she came up looking pretty good, really, I think. So one of the mods I'll be doing is eventually getting the front mount intercooler and then cutting this sort of out and then smoothing it, fiberglassing it, and smoothing it and respraying it to give it sort of that front mount intercooler intake kind of look. It looks cool. So yeah, that'll do for tonight. I'll come back and dive into it again tomorrow and hopefully make some more progress. I'll see you guys tomorrow. So good morning guys, and welcome to day 2. So today I'll be going to the auto parts shop, getting all fresh oils for it. You know, oil for the engine, filter, fuel filters, gearbox oil, diff oil. We'll be doing all that today, basically everything. Giving it a full birthday. Okay, so the state I'm in, which is Victoria, which is the city is Melbourne, we need to get what's called a certificate of roadworthiness before we can even take this car on the road properly and get it registered. So that basically means, you know, no oil leaks, all the brakes, all the safety with seat belts, airbags, all must be in there. You know, tires must be good, brake pads must be good, brake rotors must be good. So we're gonna have to basically do a check of everything, all the safety, like headlights, indicators, brake lights. Basically, the car needs to nearly be factory spec, and it's mostly safety things. So yeah, that's all we'll be working on today, trying to get this thing roadworthy. Alright guys, so just an update on the car. We've just done the engine oil, the oil filter, and the fuel filter, and just taken it around the block, and it's running a bit nicer, which is good to see. It still sounds really nice and really smooth, so I'm going to get on to something a little bit different now and just take off this plastic dip. It's kind of annoying me a little bit. So I've got most of it off, and the paint underneath is actually in pretty good nick. The only issue I'm having is, as you can see, it's kind of a little bit too thin here to peel, and it's super hard to actually peel it off. It wasn't put on thick enough there. So I've looked up online on how to get rid of it, and it's just a bit of WD-40 and elbow grease really, and you can see the area I've done here. It came off with WD-40, so I'll keep plotting away, and I'll show you the finished product. After about an hour of elbow grease and WD-40 to finish off the edges where it was too thin, it's coming up pretty good. Yeah, the paint underneath it was pretty good. So next up, I'll have to get rid of all these stickers. They're probably 10 years old on the car, just all faded stickers. Skyline Australia Club, Victoria. And there's more stickers to take off. Then I'll have to probably get started on these windscreen wipers to tidy them up. I just want to tidy it up a little bit just to make it, you know, my OCDs are kicking in with all these little things that just need to be touched to make it that little bit nicer, and then that won't take that long. So I'll get onto that now. I'll put you guys on a time lapse. Headlights are polished. They're not the best. I'll probably end up having to do like a proper restoration on them, take them out completely and actually do a wet sand on it with a clear coat, and that'll bring them up mint and make it last longer. The problem with polishing is they just end up going cloudy pretty soon. So I didn't spend too long on it, only like 10 minutes just polishing them up. But the front end now looks like heaps better. Like, have a look at that now compared to when I got it. She is starting to look schmick. Alright guys, so it's night 3. I've just finished work and I'm trying to fix another problem with the Skyline. The actual speedometer doesn't work. It's a pretty common fault, so I'm going to take out the cluster and just basically re-solder everything at the back of it. It's a pretty common fault, so I'm hoping that's all it is. It was briefly working on my way home when I bought this, so I'm hoping that's all it is. It's just like an electrical fault, and resoldering the other end of it will fix it up. So we'll see how we go. So I've taken the speedometer unit out of the actual cluster, the dash cluster. I'm trying to be really careful with it because it's super delicate. But I'm just going to basically resolder everything here. And hope for the best. Ran out of time with this last night, but excited to say that the speedo is now working. So resoldering all the points at the back of this, at the back of the speedometer, very carefully, and added a little bit more new solder to it, and it actually fixed everything up perfectly. Took her around the block, and working mint now. So I'm just going to button everything back up inside and take it for another test drive just to make sure it's still working all good, and we'll go from there. Welcome to a new day of the Skyline build progress. So today we're going to be doing the transmission oil, the diff oil, the windscreen wipers need to be taken off, resprayed black and new wiper blades put in, and the interior needs a bit of a wipe down and detail, vacuum, all that kind of stuff just to make it nice. And then if I get time, I've got to try and fit these front guard liners inside the front guards to try and get this thing pretty much stock standard, ready for roadworthy, and then we can start driving it on the street. Right guys, it's been about 2 hours. I've vacuumed inside. I've taken these stickers off, all the old registration stickers and service stickers are all off. So I've got a clean windscreen for the first time. Yeah, nice vacuum job. Cleaned, wiped down all the interior. So she's looking $1 million now. Like, you've got little, Skyline logos and stuff everywhere. Like, it's all original. Everything's there. Nothing's broken. There's no bubbles or cracks at all on the dash. She's all pretty smooth. Check out that. No cracks. All came up really good. And I also got some of these little clips, and I've just buttoned up all the rear boot here because there's a battery in behind there. And I just wasn't sure if that was exposed, if it was going to pass roadworthy or not. So yeah, this has all been buttoned up. Factory jack is behind there. Got the little jack components and everything that comes with the car. So here's the other side. Got Skyline floor mats as well. Genuine parts. Gave the seats a vacuum as well, and the back seats. Clean all that out and back there. Nearly there. We'll clean up these windscreen wipers and get the new wiper blades on next. Windscreen wipers are now re-blacked with some matte black paint. They're not perfect, but they're definitely a hell of a lot better than what they were. I did my best to sort of prime it and gave it a little sand down in parts, but yeah, as you can see, it's much better than what it was before. I just had to make sure when I bolted them back in that the positioning was right, because at first they sort of went too far over here, so they're nice and low down there now. Much nicer. Tested it with some water, they work pretty good. So new wiper blades in there as well, and yeah, painted black. Thank you everyone so much for watching. That'll conclude episode 1 of the Skyline build. Episode 2 will do more of the interior stuff, so I've already ordered things like a Nardi wheel, so stay tuned for that. That'll be the next episode. So the next thing I have to do on this car is get the registration sorted, get the roadworthy done, get the plates, put it on, then I can drive it on the road and show you guys some more. So if you like what you saw in this video, don't forget to subscribe, stay tuned for the next video, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Peace out, guys.